See, I've actually spent a decent amount of money on not really courses, but on coaching basically for like dating, basically to just help me talk to girls and get over the anxiety and the fear and everything and get better at it. But I definitely don't regret buying any of them. I'm not gonna lie, really all that stuff, a lot of it is like super cringy. Um, But for me personally, it helped me out a lot. I was super depressed. Could not like get laid or get a girlfriend or talk to girls at all. I had a lot of social anxiety. And the first coaching I bought when I was like 23 or something, like 14 or 13 years ago. And that first course kind of started me improving my life. And I got so much benefits out of this doing this stuff and like the journey that it led me on. It helped get rid of my depression a lot. Every aspect of my life ended up improving, like finances, dating life, social life. Tons of areas of my life improved basically because this first kind of course and it wasn't just, it's not like the coaching just boom did that, but it triggered me starting this journey and starting my journey of like improvement. And I made a ton of good guy friends as well doing this stuff. And basically, this first one I got was, it was live. There was like one leader, and then he had three other coaches, like employees under him. And it was 3 days, like 3 full days basically. I think it cost about like $1,400. I can't remember exactly now. And I found out about this stuff online. I was like super depressed, super needy for a girlfriend and girls, obviously. And I think I paid for it with a credit card too. I just put it on credit. I didn't even have the money for it. But basically he would give they would give classroom, like a lecture style setting. I don't know, there were like 15 or 20 guys that were in there with me. And I don't remember much of that stuff. A lot of the stuff they teach you, in my opinion, is kind of cringy, but the main thing is later, went out a couple nights and then during the day out on the street in like a park. And basically they would just force you to go up to girls and talk to them because like me, all the guys are like terrified. But I really wanted to be able to go up to girls and talk to them. And having, you pay for this thing and they make you do it. Like if you show up, you're gonna go talk to a strange girl. Like it's gonna happen. You're gonna do it. And actually, I remember the first girl I went up to the first night. I was literally, I don't know. They tell you some weird stuff to say, and I was like super nervous, like shaking and sweating, and like the people were just like, "What?" like looking at me like I was so weird, and I think I kind of rattled off like this stuff these kind of lines they tell you to use, which in my opinion, I don't know, that can just make you worse, kind of learning stuff like that. And a lot of it's just really cringy and it might only work for like, certain people, but it got me started. And I think it was either the first or second night we went out, I actually made out with a really pretty girl. And I hadn't kissed a girl in like 5 years, or I think I would kiss like one girl in the last 5 years or something. So obviously it was a big benefit for me. Another big thing I got out of it was I actually quit drinking like right away because I got that coaching. He just recommended, if you want to get good at this stuff and learn it, to not drink. And I heard that and just boom, I just quit drinking. I was like, well, I want to get girls, I want a girlfriend. So I just stopped right away. And drinking wasn't a big problem for me then or anything, but I was drinking a little bit. I was drinking, I'd drink a beer or 3 beers by myself, like in my apartment. And when you're depressed, that's a really bad thing to do. And I still, to this day, I don't drink at all. Every once in a while, I'll have like one drink, or I've been drunk like 3 times since then in the last like 10 or 15 years or something. So that was another huge benefit for me. The main thing that I would say I got that people are going to get out of this coaching stuff is they're just gonna force you to go up to girls when normally you wouldn't and you're too scared. And also you probably meet other guys like you that will help you out because you're just in an environment with like-minded people. a lot of the guys are weird, but a lot of them are really cool too. They're all just trying to improve their life basically, and they're all the type of people that are willing to put in a lot of work to improve stuff in their life, which is cool. Another good thing, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't follow what he said to do, but he gave us like a game plan of like after the coaching was over, what to do. You know, he was like, practice this stuff a certain amount of time, this many days a week. And I didn't do it, at least not at first. I was just too scared and nervous. Like, I actually went out to one of the bars they took us to by myself one night, and I was so nervous, I think I just went in and just left right away without even talking to anyone. But eventually I found, I don't know, some forum online, other weird guys like me, and I met this one guy, and then we went to like the mall one day, and basically he was just like, we'd just be like, hey, like he would tell me, go talk to that girl. I would tell him, go talk to that girl. We'd just go up to these girls in the mall, and it just kind of started like that. And then I met other guys through him. Sometimes there'd be like a group, and I made really good guy friends like this. And when your social anxiety is like super bad, it's so hard to do it on your own. And I made a lot of good guy friends, had a lot of fun nights. I've definitely met a lot of really awesome girls, pretty girls, from doing this. And it's the number one thing that helped me get rid of my depression. And learning this, and that I could improve this aspect of my life, which had seemed impossible, it kind of taught me that like I could improve any aspect of my life if I put in the work. And I think that was what led to me just putting in work to get my mental health better, my physical health better. Like, I eat healthy now because I learned this stuff. I work out a lot. I'm like always working on my own business type of stuff. And I think it was this that kind of did all that. And it really got rid of a lot of low self-esteem, social anxiety. It was just like all the countless hours of just going out to like nightclubs or even wandering out in the day, just trying to find girls I like and talking to them, making an idiot of myself most of the time, to be honest, just creeping out a lot of girls. But it really got rid of a lot of my issues, and I'm way more confident now. Like, I am a different person. There was another kind of coaching thing I took to. There was like a one-on-one thing. It was online through a Zoom call. But I think I paid $1,000 for it, and I don't know, I had like 5 1-hour or 5 or 6 half-hour sessions. I don't remember, but the reason I paid for it was because I wanted to get better at like online dating, or at least I wanted to put in the work to online dating to just see if I could make it work and be worth the effort. And I don't know, I still think it's not really worth the effort. Even when you put in a lot of work, it seems to just not make much of a difference. But I still definitely don't regret buying that one either, because I still got a lot of benefit from it in the long run. And I did, actually right now I have a girlfriend that I met from Tinder, which I probably never would have met her if I didn't do this. One thing they told me to do when I paid for this coaching was he was like, go and get like professional photos taken. And I actually paid a lot of money, like $500 or something, to get like all these headshots. And I have some like really cool photos on my profile now. And to be honest, even when you do that, it seems to not make that much of a difference. But from putting in this work and everything and trying online dating out, I learned that in Latin America, this stuff actually does work decently for me. I think I'm a pretty good looking guy, but even in the US, like, online dating just doesn't work for me. I'll, talk to 1,000 girls and maybe get like one date, and then probably the girl, I won't be that attracted to her in person. In Latin America though, it's still a big numbers game, but if I put in the effort, I can get girls. I have gotten dates and can get dates with girls that I'm into and that look really attractive in person. And so obviously I got benefit out of that in the long run too. And just putting in the work and trying that stuff, it helped me get over a lot of my kind of emotional setbacks and low self-esteem that I had with dating. It just helped me out a lot with that. And just certain tips that they gave me to do on the dates to just make them go well. Like, they always they help hammer it into my brain. It took me a long time to do this because I guess I was still just scared of it, but they're always like, hey, when you pick a spot to meet for the date, just pick a spot that's like near your own house or your hotel or wherever you're staying. And that way, if you like each other and you want to take her back home, it's really easy. And even after learning that, and they told me I would still just not set up the dates like that, but eventually I started doing it, started giving over a lot of my fears, and like now I have a good dating life. Like, I'm kind of trying to have a serious relationship now with this girl, but I know that if it doesn't work out, I can easily meet other girls now. Like, I'm not super needy and hopeless like I was before. A lot of it was because I'm in Dominican Republic now, I'm in Latin America. Here I look super exotic, look with my white ass skin, everyone's really dark here. You know, I have probably a cute foreign accent. But my life has improved just drastically. It basically all started with that one course or that one coaching thing, or whatever you want to call it, that I found online on the internet. I know a lot of this stuff sounds like scams. A lot of it is too, like, you know, the way they market it, it kind of makes you feel, and your emotions will get the better of you. You'll feel like if you just do this one thing, that boom, your problems are going to be solved. But for me, definitely it wasn't like that. It took like a lot more effort than I thought it would. But the thing is the marketing, even though it may trick you to go at the beginning, it can trick you into starting something that ends up being really, really good in the long run. But you do have to realize that any kind of course you buy, usually your emotions will kind of trick you. You get so excited, it'll feel like because you want that magic pill thing naturally, and they market it a lot of times like it can be a natural pill. Well, many times I think it's not even, part of it's just your brain tricking you, thinking it will be. But it doesn't mean they're a scam. A lot of times they can help you out. But I wouldn't really necessarily recommend that anyone buy like dating coaching. I think the main thing you got to do is just actually go out and talk to girls. Like anything else is something you got to practice. The main thing you can do, you can still find weird guys like this online and forums that'll go out with you. You can just find a friend to go out with and just tell him like, hey, just make me, you know, go up and talk to pretty girls when we go out to this bar at night. Just, you know, give him $100. Be like, hey, don't give me the money back until I go talk to 5 girls or something. You really just got to practice this stuff. And I'd recommend really not paying attention to these people on YouTube that give advice over what to say and stuff. The main thing is you just got to practice socializing and talking to people. Like, you got to be social. It's really all it is.